It's Tuesday, May 14th. Here's what's happening right now at 6.
Been every day for quite a few weeks now. We just kind of have to try to keep the windows closed and try to keep the in and out as less as possible.
The Lineage fire in Findlay continues to burn. Tonight, we're speaking with nearby business owners about how that's impacting them. Also,
together, we can help support domestic violence services.
The 30th annual Leadership Luncheon at the YWCA in Yakima was held today. Emily Goodell was there, and she'll have the full story. And
I assume there was probably a study done that indicated that a roundabout was the better option than signalizing this intersection. Is that right?
a new roundabout. The city of Pasco hoping this will help congested traffic on Road 68. Those stories and much more right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Alyssa Warner. The city of Yakima has one of the highest rates of domestic violence in the state. The YWCA Yakima is struggling to keep up with the demand for emergency shelter.
But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the organization announced a big step toward addressing that need at the 30th annual YWCA Leadership Luncheon today.
A 10-year-old boy calling for help.
What was that? I'm scared.
Children witnessed 25% of the 400 intimate partner violence calls Yakima police have responded to so far this year. Even more victims reaching out to YWCA Yakima.
We're up to many months having 1,000 calls, which is, almost 50% more.
The YWCA offering counseling, support groups, advocacy, emergency shelter, and more. Operations supported by their biggest fundraiser of the year, the 30th annual YWCA Leadership Luncheon. The featured speaker, former Seahawks player Jermaine Kearse.
Came to my knowledge that my mom herself has dealt with domestic abuse, and it was a huge shock to me.
YWCA Yakima also houses 400 families per year in their emergency domestic violence shelter. But last year, they had to turn away another 1,000 families due to lack of space.
It is a dangerous time when people leave, probably one of the most dangerous. So to be able to have a place that you could go that has the safeties, the security, staff 24 hours a day to help you manage what you're going through is a huge help to people.
That's why they're raising money to open a second shelter inside the former St. Elizabeth Nursing School building, donated by Hogback Development. With $3 million from the city and county combined, $8.7 million from state lawmakers and other funds, they're more than 2/3 of the way there. But still $5 million short of their $18 million goal, looking for community donations and grant opportunities.
The stars are aligning and everything's coming together for us to be able to expand and make sure we can try to meet more of the need.
To prevent the greater cost of lives lost. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, the YWCA Yakima officials say they are hoping to start renovating the building next year and then opening the new shelter in 2026.
It is Tuesday. We're cruising through this week, and meteorologist Hayden Nix talking about our forecast now.
Yeah, hi, Hayden.
With some really nice weather on this Tuesday afternoon. Those temperatures were in the upper 70s to lower 80s, and here in the 6 o'clock hour, we're still maintaining that trend for most locations, with the exception of Ellensburg at 72. We've got 74 down in Pendleton, 73 in Walla Walla, 68 in Dayton. But we do expect, with some light winds and a clearing of that cloud cover that we're seeing from time to time, we'll have temperatures dropping tonight into the upper 40s and lower 50s. Still looking at sustained wind speeds in the single digits for most locations, with exception of Ellensburg, always one that have occasional sustained winds in around the 20 to 30 mile per hour range. This evening, as we continue on, we are going to hold with the 70s through 8 o'clock. For Yakima, upper 60s by 9 p.m. Tri-Cities, kind of the same flavor, but we may only make it to around 70 by 9 p.m. Then Hermiston, same story there, upper 60s by 9 o'clock. And Walla Walla down to lower 60s by 9 p.m. So really nice weather for this evening, but warmer weather continues to be the trend for a few more days. Then as we head into this weekend, some changes are coming. We're going to talk more about that, including next week's big changes where cloud cover increases in just a little bit.
Thanks, Hayden. Now, we've been talking about this in our area. There's still smoke coming from the Lineage Logistics building in Findlay. Last night, that smolder turned into flames.
Yeah, so today I decided to head back out to the scene to get some answers about why this fire is still burning.
But we do have a lot of smoke still coming up from this, and this is why the fire is still actively burning.
This is what April 21st, 2024 looked like in Findlay.
We still have lots of hoses putting water on this fire.
And despite being 3 weeks since the blaze first ignited, flames were seen late Monday night by a security team that's been staged at the site 24 hours a day.
Watching for trespassers and also acting as a fire watch, looking for hostile fire. Hostile fire will be anything that gets outside the walls of the building and poses a fire threat to the community.
As for the flames from Monday, they were noticed at around 9:30 p.m. The fire remained within the footprint of the building and no other structures were threatened. But fire officials say the once frozen vegetables had thawed and are now drying out, creating new, dry fuel. Crews put water on the burning areas for about 3 hours.
It's been every day for quite a few weeks now. We just kind of have to try to keep the windows closed.
On Tuesday afternoon, I met with the owner of Mr. Reuter, whose Tri-Cities area headquarters are just a few blocks away from the Lineage warehouse. He was a little surprised that more flames were seen.
It's really too bad. It's been going on for quite some time, probably the longest fire that we've seen out here since we've been out here like about 3 years now.
All water had to be trucked in, and Walla Walla County Fire District Number 5 responded with a water tender and a crew.
And the lack of a consistent, high-volume water source, there's not much we can do.
As that challenge continues, there are plans to begin the process of dismantling and removing the structural debris, but that timeline is not something the Benton County Fire District has any control over. Officials tell Apple Valley News Now they cannot say how long the fire will continue to burn, and the smoke issues will persist. Are you shocked that it is still burning?
Every day I come home and I see that smoke and I'm still shocked that it's still burning. It just fathoms me. I'm not sure what the heck's in there that's still burning.
No one was injured in the Lineage fire, and most workers have been relocated to other facilities across the Pacific Northwest. County elections offices all across the state are gearing up for the August primary.
Yeah, and part of that process is drawing names to determine which order the candidates will appear in on the ballot. So each county sets the ballot for county level offices. State level comes from the state. In Franklin County, elections officials use 3 numbered balls that are pulled at random from a jar to determine which candidate's name will be first on the ballot. They say it's all part of the effort to make sure that election results are not biased, not even by accident.
It's a random placement. Like, no one knows what candidate's going to be first. And again, the speculation that the first name on the ballot will have the highest votes. That way it's not any particular candidate. It's just selected at random.
Now, the primary election is coming up in August. Unlike the presidential primary back in March, which basically just advised the Republican and Democratic parties of Washington, this one in August will actually determine which candidates advance to the general election in November. And over in Morrow County, Oregon, an Oregon man has collected more than 700 signatures to initiate a county-wide recall vote for its 3 commissioners. So Stuart Dick needs only 613 valid signatures for each candidate. Now the county clerk will need to validate each signature. If that all goes through, a recall of the county commissioners could come up to 40 days from there.
Washington students are just getting toward the end of the school year, but school districts are already looking ahead to the fall. Today, ESD 123 held a preschool roundup event for families interested in enrolling a child in the Early Child Education and Assistance Program. It provides preschool and hearing and vision services for children who are between the ages of 3 and 5 years old. The program administrator says enrolling is a lengthy process and can be a lot. That is why they hosted today's event, to try and help parents through that process.
This will help families get the assistance that they need, but also it will help them know right away if their application is accepted to go on the wait list or not. So they'll be able to sign their application right on the spot and be finished with that process.
All right, if you were unable to attend today's event and you would like to enroll your child, they will be having an event just like this one today, this coming Thursday, May the 16th, from 3:30 to 7:30 p.m. That is at the ESD 123 building in Pasco.
Well, as you mentioned, the current school year is winding down. We're getting a taste of summer weather this week, but it won't last too long. Meteorologist Hayden Nix returns with a look at what's ahead in your First Alert forecast.
Plus, preparing for traffic changes in Pasco. Tonight, we are hearing what drivers can expect to see later this year. We'll be right back.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, "I can't do this alone." And we said, "That's okay. We'll figure it out together." If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
Applying for Social Security disability benefits is the easy part. It's the winning that's tough.
Unfortunately, Social Security denies most people.
The best way to increase your chances of winning benefits is by hiring a lawyer.
I've helped more people win disability benefits than any other attorney in Central Washington.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
Watch me. Watch me shine with every snap. Born to move fans, to cheer and clap. 2 different legs, that's how I play. One built from science to help me on the day. Between these lines, I'm all heart and muscle. Don't stare too long, you'll miss the hustle. Watch me. Pioneers in prosthetic technology at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Here comes the sun. Get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Sportage gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with fuel-efficient gas engine, a gas-electric hybrid, or as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Sportage with all-wheel drive starts at just $30,990. Plus, get 1.9% interest for up to 48 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Save now at Buy Mart with our latest savings book. Pick up a copy in-store today. From spring gardening and patio must-haves to pantry essentials and more. Save now at Buy Mart. Northwest employee-owned for 20 years.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Welcome back. A new roundabout is coming to the city of Pasco. This will be built on Road 68 and Court Street. City officials say Road 68 serves as a vital north-south route, facilitating significant traffic flow within the city and Franklin County. Court Street acts as an east-west corridor, linking residential sectors with the city's major commercial districts. According to the 2020 Local Road Safety Plan, this intersection has been identified as a critical area for safety improvements, all due to its high collision frequency and nature.
This is a rendering of what the roundabout will look like once it's constructed. And you can see that it is slightly bigger than just the roundabout. We're extending those lanes just to be able to do a proper merging. There was a traffic study at the very beginning of the project. The project started in 2019, and it wasn't fully funded at that time, but with the first funds that we received, we began a study looking at current volumes and future volumes.
Now, plans include transforming this junction into a roundabout and installing bike lanes. Additionally, the project will incorporate infrastructure upgrades such as sewer line extensions to the east and north, stormwater management improvements, and the installation of curb and gutter systems, curb ramps, a water main extension, and additional street lighting. No word just yet on when construction is set to begin.
Well, coming up tomorrow morning, you have a chance to cheer on some local student athletes. Richland School District staff are trying to fill the stands at Fran Risch Stadium for the Lamb Weston RSD Field Day. That's coming up tomorrow from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, and it's open to the whole community. RSD Field Day is a track and field event for students with disabilities, and nearly 500 students are going to be participating from all of the Richland School District schools.
It's by far the most special day of the year. The students love it. They talk about it. There's a countdown in classrooms getting ready for it. And so it's a very nice way to get together usually towards the end of the year and kind of have a pinnacle event that we can really just celebrate these student athletes.
So a total of 491 students are signed up this year. That is an all-time high for the Lamb Weston Richland School District Field Day.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
And that field day is going to have some really nice weather, warm weather for that matter, to deal with. But let's talk about something else that's going to have nice weather, and that is the baseball game tonight. We're about 15 minutes out from first pitch. Dust Devils will be playing this evening here. You can already see them trying to get the field ready. They've been watering the dirt there to keep the dust down at 80 degrees currently, and that's when we expect that temperature to be holding at for first pitch, then dropping into the upper 70s by 7:30, then mid 70s by 8:30 with a southwest wind light at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So if you have free evening plans and you can make it over there within the next 15 minutes to, let's say, an hour, you don't have to get there right at first pitch. It's going to be a very pleasant evening for the game there as they play. Upper 70s to lower 80s, that's what we're currently dealing with from Moses Lake southward towards Hermiston, including the Tri-Cities area. We've got lower 70s towards Ellensburg, 80 in Yakima, 72 in Walla Walla. We've got 68 in Dayton, and 74 down in Pendleton in Oregon. Now, let's talk about what else has been changing today. Temperatures have been warming up, but the wind speed has gone down compared to yesterday. We're talking sustained wind speeds today, down in the single digits, occasionally bumping into the double digits, with the exception of Ellensburg. Typical trouble spot there that's been cruising around 15 to 20 miles per hour for sustained today. Now, the wind speeds are going to stay light for the next 24 hours or so, as this ridge of high pressure that's going to bump our temperatures back into the summer-like category for Wednesday and Thursday as it moves onshore. But once we make it to Thursday, that's the peak of this system. We're also going to see a tightening of the pressure gradient, which means we'll see an increase in wind speed. So a breezy Thursday is on tap. But beyond Thursday, that's when things change. We're going to see this ridge dropping south and more of a zonal upper level air pattern. That means more of just due west to east, no ridges to high pressure, and some subtle dips in this jet stream. That means we'll be giving way to increase in some occasional cloud cover, but also a chance for some additional moisture. Right now, we're seeing some low confidence in that setting up, but it's not out of the question of possibility for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. We might see a few raindrops out of some clouds trying to move by in the valley. Now, that is something we'll be watching closely. Don't get your hopes up just yet, but certainly something we'll be watching and keeping you updated on as we move along into that window next week. Upper 40s to low 50s for tonight. Back to the top of the forecast. We'll go with temperatures back in the mid and upper 80s for tomorrow, with most locations reporting that. We'll have a couple of spots in the outlier areas with the upper 70s to mid 70s, especially over to the Cascades there in Ellensburg. Your 7-day planning forecast, starting off with the Tri-Cities, will have 90 degrees on Thursday with breezy conditions all around. Then we'll drop down into the 70s as we go into the weekend. Notice though the icons begin to change. We'll start adding a little more cloud cover towards the beginning. Next week into Tuesday, we have a small rain chance in there for Yakima right now, but we're going to keep other locations dry for the meantime until confidence increases in how that trend continues there for next week. But definitely seeing temperatures cooling back down and then slightly below normal for this time of the year by the middle of next week. Alyssa in Austin.
All right, Hayden, thank you so much. We are checking in on a Washington County trying out a 4-day work week.
I'm excited about this. They started the test project last year. We're going to hear from employees who said at first they thought it was a joke.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Why do you Goodwill? Well, there are countless reasons.
Goodwill makes it easy to support my ongoing creative projects at home with their affordable items.
To be environmentally friendly through upcycling, reusing, and recycling.
For the chance to uncover brand new items at unbelievable prices.
Goodwill means being economical with my money.
With hundreds of reasons to shop at Goodwill, you can feel great about knowing 95.7 cents of every dollar you spend helps your community. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
When it comes to your health, timing is everything. Health First Urgent Care is your reliable healthcare solution, locally owned and operated, providing care to our community. With locations in Pasco and Richland, we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. No need to wait in long lines or rush to the ER for minor concerns. At Health First Urgent Care, we've got you covered with on-site x-rays and short wait times. Your health is our priority. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get the care you need when you need it. Health First Urgent Care, because your well-being comes first.
GMA tomorrow morning. Angie Harmon. She says her dog Ollie was shot and killed by a delivery person bringing her groceries in an Instacart delivery. Now, in a morning exclusive, Angie Harmon, who is suing Instacart, shares her story. Tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Welcome back. Well, burnout is a big problem in just about every business right now, and so is finding a way to lure in the best employees. One approach gaining traction all around the world is a 4-day work week. Eric Wilkinson got a look at how it's being implemented in Washington's San Juan County.
Mondays aren't quite so bad for folks like Tyler Davis. He does environmental work for San Juan County. When the county switched to a 32-hour work week last October, he wasn't sure what to think.
At first, I thought they were joking.
It's no joke. Most people employed by San Juan County now work 32-hour weeks for 40 hours of pay, with the expectation that the same amount of work gets done. Sheriff's deputies and emergency services are exempt. Tyler spends a lot more time with his family now and saves money on daycare. Work is better too.
Certainly, morale has improved. We all enjoy the 3-day weekend to do more. It's not as much anxiety, I don't think.
County officials say they're seeing less sick time used, positions left vacant for years are being filled, and taxpayers have saved about $1 million through benefits and cost of living adjustments, all without a decrease in productivity. Nadine Varsovia finished a master's degree with her spare time. The shorter work week a definite draw for prospective employees.
You guys have a 32-hour work week. I get worked to the bone in private industry and don't really get paid overtime, and so that's what a lot of people are looking for, is just a nice job to give you stability that, you know, you can work hard but then still get to go home at the end of the day.
Some departments like Public Works and the Tax Assessor's Office are having a tough time squeezing all of their duties into 32 hours, but for the most part, the new schedule is working.
Public Works isn't cutting programs. Parks are still open 7 days a week. Campgrounds are open. The county fair is coming around. The health department is still taking care of all of its major functions, and so we're seeing most of our major functions keep up with where we at before.
That was Eric Wilkinson reporting. San Juan County is planning to reassess their 4-day work week in October at the 1-year mark, and again at the end of the 2nd year before they make a final decision. Tonight we're headed to Ellensburg for a student art exhibition. We'll hear the inspiration behind these pieces next on Apple Valley News Now.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
You know, even in the most minor car accidents, it always seems like the one not at fault gets hurt the worst. If that is you, call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
If you're in a bit of a rut, small habit changes can have big results. Meditation, for example, can reduce stress and help prevent more serious mental health issues. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics. Visit prosserhealth.org.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market.
What do you call chips that aren't yours? Nacho chips.
Why is my internet slow?
There's only 16 devices connected.
I'm so over this. My cable internet bill just increased again.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet. 25 times faster uploads. $65 less a month in cable. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Escape, Explorer, Mustang Mach-E, and Expedition. And experience Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. Available on select vehicles. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going. Get 0% APR for 72 months and $3,000 FlexBuy cash on an Escape. Or up to $3,000 cash on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, I can't do this alone. And we said, that's okay, we'll figure it out together. If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
You know, there's no such thing as a minor fender bender when you're on a motorcycle. When motorcyclists get in an accident, they get hurt. So if someone else's carelessness has caused your luck to run out, get some legal help. Find out what your rights are under the law.
Well, Central Washington University is showcasing a senior student artist this week who's using a creative medium to recognize her family's resilience.
Yeah, Mackenzie Guzman's exhibition, Lest We Suffer, showcases art made from everyday objects with a family connection, such as her grandmother's doily. The art explores place and ancestry through Guzman's memories as they've been distorted by time.
They actually connect to like my grandmother made those. The one that's cyanotyped, I actually made that by hand myself. Doing those same motions that she would have done with her hands, it just helped me feel really connected to her.
Now, Guzman's artwork is on display in Gallery 231 in Randall Hall on Dean Nicholson Boulevard. The gallery is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. through Friday.
Here is something you don't hear every day. We're talking about why wildfires burning in Canada right now are sometimes called zombie fires.
Yeah, this was a new one for me. We're also tracking the smoke, not in central and eastern Washington, though. We're seeing clear skies outside. What you can expect coming up in your First Alert forecast.
And hear why President Biden took action today that could stop inexpensive electric vehicles from hitting the road. The area's only local news at 6:30 starts now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Now we're continuing to track these huge wildfires in Canada. They're sending smoke down into the Midwest. Some of them are being called zombie fires because they never went out after last summer's record-breaking wildfire season. They continued to smolder underground through the winter and have now come back to the surface as the snow is melting. Now, these fires are burning in northern Canada. This is hundreds of miles from the border with the continental U.S., but we're still seeing an impact. All of that smoke has been funneled down into the Midwest. So far, it's been staying east of the Rockies. That's good news for us here in Washington and Oregon, but it is impacting air quality all the way down to Texas. It's amazing to me how far this wildfire smoke goes.
It's unbelievable. And, just to think, 2 months from now, what is it going to be like,
Yeah, well, that's a question. We also need to know what's going to happen a couple of days from now.
That too, yeah.
Meteorologist Hayden Nixon joins us now with your First Alert weather forecast.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about what's happening over the next couple of days in just a few moments here, but let's talk about what's happening right now. The Dust Devils about to have their first pitch there, and then we're going to be looking at very comfortable conditions, 80 degrees, have a few high clouds scattering across the area there with a light wind at 7 miles per hour out of the southwest. Generally, temperatures are in the upper 70s to lower 80s for most locations reporting. We do have a few lower to mid 70s like Walla Walla and Pendleton. We've got 72 in Ellensburg, 67 though in Pullman. For your evening, Yakima, we're looking at temperatures dropping to the upper 60s by 9 o'clock, but maintaining 70s until then. Tri-Cities at 80, but 79 by 7 o'clock, 76 by 8 p.m., 70 by 9, so a little slower to cool down. Hermiston, you're going to be in the upper 70s by 7 o'clock, upper 60s by 9 p.m. Walla Walla, down into the lower 60s by 9 o'clock. Everybody will be cooling down to the upper 40s and lower 50s for tonight, but tomorrow we're on tap for another summer-like day with temperatures nearing the mid and upper 80s, but it's not the only day we'll see warm weather, but it does not last for long. We're going to talk more about this roller coaster ride of temperatures coming up.
Thanks, Hayden. New at 6:30 tonight, Boeing violated a settlement agreement that let the company avoid criminal cases in relation to the deadly 737 MAX crashes in 2018 and 2019. That is the determination today from the Department of Justice. Now, after those deadly crashes, Boeing settled with the federal government to avoid being charged with misleading the federal regulators who approved the 737 MAX. The Department of Justice now says that Boeing didn't follow through, didn't make the changes they promised to prevent that kind of fraud in the future. This means the company could now face criminal charges related to those crashes. Boeing has until June 13th to respond to the Justice Department, and the government will determine no later than July 7th what they plan to do next.
And we are continuing to track new inflation numbers. Wholesale data released today showing that the producer price index is up 2.2% compared to 1 year ago. Now, we are expecting the latest consumer price index reflecting what you pay in the store by tomorrow. The Federal Reserve wants inflation sitting at 2%, and they have raised interest rates to try and get people to think twice about spending money. But doesn't seem to be working. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York reports that delinquencies are up. That means people are spending more on credit than they can afford to pay off. They say the delinquency rate has risen across all kinds of debt, from credit cards to car loans and among all age groups. The numbers released today show more people have credit card bills 90 days late or more than we have seen since 2012. Buying vehicles and getting technology from China about to get more expensive.
Yeah, today the Biden administration announced tariffs, which are basically import taxes, on certain Chinese products will quadruple. That'll make them more than twice as expensive as they are right now. ABC's Christiane Cordero explains.
President Biden trying to boost American jobs and perhaps his poll numbers. The president hitting $18 billion worth of imports from China with new tariffs. Under the plan, tariffs on Chinese electric cars coming into the U.S. will quadruple from 25% to 100%. Also targeted batteries, medical equipment, steel, aluminum, semiconductors, and solar cells. The administration says the tariffs will level the playing field, protecting what it describes as a comeback in American manufacturing from cheaper Chinese goods.
We're not going to let China flood our market, making it impossible for American auto manufacturers to compete fairly.
U.S. officials claim the new tariffs won't impact inflation in the U.S., saying these are a very targeted set on specific sectors. Some industry observers are skeptical. One critic writes, instead of just de facto banning the competition from giving Americans access to affordable hot new EVs, the U.S. should instead try making affordable hot new EVs itself. On the campaign trail, both Biden and Trump are fighting to prove who is tougher on China. Trump today taking credit for Biden's move.
Where have you been for 3.5 years? They should have done it a long time ago.
New polling shows the former president ahead in several battleground states where manufacturing is a top issue, including in Michigan, home to the big three automakers. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
A new report today from the CDC says the number of people who accidentally drowned is going up drastically, especially among very young children.
So the CDC says between 2020 and 2022, more than 4,500 people drowned each year. They are arguing for more accessible swimming lessons, saying more than half of all Americans have never been to a lesson, and about 1 in 6 people don't know how to swim at all. The CDC is funding programs at the Red Cross and YMCA to help provide lower-cost swimming lessons. They're also arguing for communities to build or revitalize the public pools so that people can get comfortable with being in the water.
We have a follow-up tonight. The WIAA has opted not to add girls flag football as a sanctioned high school sport. Now, this despite a statewide push for approval. The vote was 27-26 opposed, but that's not quite as close as it seems. The proposal to add girls flag football would have needed a 60% majority in order to pass.
All right, more local news, and check this out. A Tri-City Dust Devils player was named Northwest League Player of the Week for May 7th through the 12th.
Yeah, this recognition comes after he helped the Tri-City Dust Devils take 5 of 6 games on the road from the league-leading Eugene Emeralds. So Ben Goebel is the Dust Devils infielder who was honored with Player of the Week. This is his first season playing for the Dust Devils, and he says after a great week, he's just planning on keeping that momentum going.
Just keep doing the same thing. Not going to do anything different, just have the same routine day in, day out, and play hard, have fun.
Now, the Dust Devils are playing at Gisa Stadium tonight. They will be at home through the weekend. And it is really gorgeous weather out there for the Dust Devils tonight. But Hayden's telling us we're going to brace for a roller coaster of temperatures. That's coming up in your First Alert forecast.
But first, we've got this week's Fly the Northwest, a popular hiking spot. Don't go anywhere.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange?
K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. US Cellular. Built for us.
Get ready, Walla Walla. The sweetest season is here. Join us at the ballpark as the Walla Walla Sweets hit the field for another unforgettable season. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for a fun night out, there's something for everyone at a Walla Walla Sweets game. Grab your peanuts, popcorn, and Lucky Cap, because this season the Walla Walla Sweets are bringing the thrill of baseball right to your backyard. Don't miss out on the excitement. Get your tickets now and be part of the Walla Walla Sweets experience. Let's play ball.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Welcome back, everybody. It is time to check out Cougar Bay. It's the nature preserve, which is in North Idaho. It's a little more than a mile south of Coeur d'Alene, just off US Highway 95. It's the focus of tonight's Fly the Northwest.
We're in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. John C. Pointner Memorial Wildlife Sanctuary out at Cougar Bay. We recently acquired 88.5 acres from the Nature Conservancy so that we can now have this entire area blocked in as public lands. You know, public access is very limited, and so us being able to provide that is a great opportunity for us to be able to do that. It's got wetlands, meadows, you can see the timbered hillsides, bird watching, picnicking. It's just a real natural environment. Foot trails out here. We've got about 2.2 miles of hiking trails.
It's a great place for day use, non-motorized trail opportunities and leisure experiences. Family-friendly trail, so very, very beginner. There are some steep inclines, but it's moderate. It's a great place. It's a great place to, you know, just close to town to get out and, yeah, experiencing some of your BLM public lands. I really enjoy the viewing platform and just the perspective from up there, getting a look at Cougar Bay, the mouth of the Spokane River, and a little bit of the downtown city limits. Good place to, you know, take your family and you know, enjoy a little bit of Coeur d'Alene.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, it certainly has been a beautiful Tuesday out there, and it's a beautiful Tuesday evening. If you don't have any plans, why don't you head out and support the Dust Devils tonight? They are playing as we speak. First pitch just happened about 9 minutes ago, and now they are in the bottom of the first inning. They're 80 degrees with a light wind at 7 miles per hour. Not too bad of a forecast. We'll have temperatures cooling to the upper 70s by 7:30 with mid-70s by 8:30. Then we'll have a southwest wind light at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures, you may have noticed, we're back up once more, but we're not done with this warming trend just yet. We're holding in the upper 70s and lower 80s for most locations here in the 6 o'clock hour, but we do anticipate all these warm temperatures to drop down to the upper 40s and lower 50s for overnight tonight. The wind speed has also been something of more favor today compared to yesterday, with those sustained winds around 15 to 25 miles per hour. That has not been the case today, pushing some low teens, mostly single digits out there, but we do have, of course, in the Kittitas Valley there, some occasional sustained winds that have been varying around 20 to 25 miles per hour throughout this afternoon and this evening. But we do anticipate at least another 24 hours of some light wind at this time until we see a change coming our way. We've got a ridge of high pressure still on tap to move back on shore, and that is going to elevate our temperatures both for tomorrow and on Thursday. Now, once we get to Thursday, that's when we see the peak of temperatures. Then after that, this ridge starts to dive southward. We're going to have our upper air weather pattern becoming more zonal. That just means more of a laminar west to east flow. We're not going to see bumps in it from the ridge of high pressure. We might see a few dips from some upper air disturbances to our north in Canada that may help influence the Pacific Northwest a bit more, especially in the Tri-Cities area. With that being said, those dips in the jet stream will allow for a slight increase in moisture, mostly in the form of cloud cover. But next week, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, we're keeping a close eye on maybe some extra moisture to work with that could translate to a couple of raindrops coming out of those clouds. Not looking high confidence just yet. There's still some discrepancies from data that we like to look at here, but certainly something worth watching, and we'll keep you up to date on that change if there's anything worth noting as we continue to get closer to time with that. Back to the top of the forecast tonight. As I mentioned, upper 40s to lower 50s. I'm generally clear sky, maybe some high clouds in there from time to time. Tomorrow, low to mid 80s, even some upper 80s in a few locations. Toppenish 86 there, Yakima 87 is what we're forecasting. 88 being the favored number from Hanford down to Tri-Cities to Hermiston. And then we'll be flirting with 90 degrees being possible in the Tri-Cities on Thursday with some breezy weather with that ridge of high pressure. Then as it dives south, look what happens with our temperatures. We should be averaging around the mid-70s this time of the year. We'll be closer to that as we go into next week. Then temperatures drop into the upper 60s. So then we go to cooler than average. Notice that 20% in there for Yakima at this time. Walla Walla will be over to 86 for a high Thursday. Hermiston 90 degrees, and then that same trend of 70s over the weekend back into the upper 60s by Tuesday of next week. Now listen, Austin.
All right. Thank you, Hayden. Appreciate that. The city of San Francisco is expected to ban firefighting gear made with PFAS. Those are the forever chemicals often used to make waterproof clothing and used in a lot of protective firefighting gear, but they have also been linked to a long list of potential health concerns, including everything from decreased fertility to cancer. If the city approves the ban, the San Francisco Fire Department will have to get new protective gear by 2026. Extreme heat has been a growing struggle for the Northwest, even in places like Seattle, where traditionally you haven't really needed air conditioning. The number of people at risk worldwide from extreme heat is set to at least double over the next 25 years. Now, a new study says in that same time period, more than 1/5 of the world's population will be over 60 years old. That puts them at greater risk of heat-related health problems. The study was published in the journal Nature Communications.
All right, well, up next on Apple Valley News Now, the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security are issuing a warning to Pride organizers about possible terror attacks. The signs they're asking people to watch out for next.
You're gonna need a new bumper. Did you say burger? Guac, cheese? Santa Fe burger sauce, burger, jalapeno pepper, cheese, burger, spicy cheese, bacon. Guac, cheese, bacon.
Need burger! Get burger.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Chill or grill on a new deck from Par this season. Get a free Makita Bluetooth radio or portable pellet grill with a qualifying Par deck package purchase of wood, TimberTech, or Trex. Visit par.com for details. Par, go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Welcome to Beaver Valley Lodge, your rustic lodging and event venue in the beautiful Leavenworth, Washington. Experience the great outdoors and enjoy the beauty of the mountains as you stay with us on our 50 acres in the Cascade Foothills. Whether you're joining us for a wedding, retreat, vacation, or family reunion, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. We make it our goal for you to come as a guest, but leave as a friend. Book your stay today at beavervalleylodge.com.
Save now at Buy Mart with our latest savings book. Pick up a copy in-store today. From spring gardening and patio must-haves to pantry essentials and more. Save now at Buy Mart. Northwest employee-owned for 20 years.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has the latest in kitchen appliances from GE Cafe on sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher offers loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
Get up to $2,000 in rebates in GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages at Fred's.
Welcome to the revolution.
Diablo Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Habanero, jalapeno poppers, bacon. Give in to your devilish desires.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I figured El Diablo is back for eternity. Only at Carl's Jr.
Need burger! Get burger.
Jessica Jalor, Good Morning Northwest. Weekday mornings from 5 to 7.
Welcome back. The FBI and Department of Homeland Security are warning that foreign terrorists might try to attack Pride events next month. They haven't released any information about specific threats, but say there is a heightened threat environment right now and that terrorists might try to exploit bigger than usual gatherings at LGBTQ+ events and venues. They're warning event organizers to be especially alert for people who are unusually interested in finding out about security measures or about when events are expected to be the busiest without having a good reason. Now today, members of a sorority trying to expel a trans woman took their case to a U.S. appeals court. 6 members of the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority chapter at the University of Wyoming are fighting against the decision to admit Artemis Langford, saying she made women feel uncomfortable in the sorority house, and they believe that their leaders ignored sorority bylaws that would prevent transgender women from joining. A lawyer for the women suing had this to say after the hearing.
When bylaws say that an organization is for women, is that obvious? And when you secretly and dishonestly try and change that, is that wrong?
Now, this lawsuit advanced to district court because last year a lower court judge dismissed the case, saying he couldn't make the rules about how a sorority, as a private voluntary organization, operates. We're going to take one final check on your First Alert forecast when we come right back.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally! I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa!
He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not. I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
When foot pain is breaking your heart, a mother's story. My foot pain got really bad after I had my son. I didn't have any energy left to play with him. She tried various tricks and treatments. A lot of those disposable throwaway inserts. Nothing worked. Till she got fitted for Good Feet arch supports. I could feel that something was happening. Something good. It's been a life changer. For Elisa and her now not so baby boy. Stop by for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Home Run Riches was such a big hit in April, we decided to play too. That's right, sports fans. It's back-to-back home run chances during Legends Casino Hotel's 26th anniversary month. You not only can win $10 grand this month, but sock a grand slam and claim $26,000. Just play with your Legends Rewards card to score entries. Hey, better, swing better. Say it with me. Hey, better, swing better. And win $26K only at Legends Casino Hotel in May.
Dishwasher on the fritz, laundry giving you fits, a water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Welcome back. We're taking a final look at your forecast, and the word of the day is roller coaster.
Roller coaster. Here's meteorologist Hayden Nix.
Yes, it is. We're going into the upper 40s and lower 50s for tonight with a clear sky, with temperatures warming up once again tomorrow, with several locations making it into the upper 80s, like the Tri-Cities getting close to 90 degrees, as well as Hanford and Hermiston. Then we'll go with lower to mid 80s elsewhere, and then we'll have a handful of some temperatures not getting out of the upper 70s, like Dayton and Ellensburg. Pullman, 73, back behind me there. Now, your 7-day planning forecast shows that temperatures will be peaking out on Thursday, 90 degrees for the Tri-Cities, with breezy conditions. Don't forget about that, too. Then we'll be watching that ridge break down. Temperatures getting back to normal for this time of the year, which should be in the mid and upper 70s. Then we'll add a little more cloud cover as we head towards the middle of next week, with highs struggling to get out of the upper 60s. We might even see a low-end rain chance in there, but we're watching that closely at this time.
Hayden, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Finally for you, the first manned flight of Boeing's Starliner into space is on hold yet again. The launch was set to take place on Friday after a last-minute delay last week. But Boeing now says engineers are pushing back the mission at least another week after workers found a small helium leak in the service module of the spacecraft. The next possible launch would be next Tuesday at the earliest.
All right, that is space travel for you.
There you
Very
go.
high tech.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Yeah, we'll be back tonight at 11, hoping your news is good news.